Hi everybody, I'm just going to show you how I juice. Today is May 20th and it's during the pandemic and that's why my hair is so outgrown. Hasn't been cut in 2 months. So anyway, this is how I juice, and I'm doing the Mean Green juice, and this is the juice that I usually drink every day, and it's the juice that I drank when I fasted for 30 days, juice only. So what you do, I use this Breville. My Breville is a Juice Fountain Elite. That's a juicer I use, and I use it because it's fast. It doesn't juice, say, spinach and kale very well. So what I do is I blend that up in a blender first with 1 quart of water. So a whole bag of spinach to 1 quart of water, a whole bag of kale to 1 quart of water. And I juice all that up in a blender, then I run it through a nut bag. This is a nut bag. It's a very fine mesh. I got it off Amazon for 12 bucks. I've had it for over a year and it's awesome. I do not make nut milks, but it's awesome for straining anything. And then you don't need to use cheesecloth because you can use this nut bag and it's washable. Excellent, very strong. So here's my kale and spinach mix. I put in about 3/4 of a cup into each batch of juice, and I'll go ahead and make my juice right now. I use 4 stalks of celery, and if they're a little bit small, you know, not enough, then I just add in these leftovers. And yes, I juice the tops. Don't have to apply that much pressure. I also use 1 whole cucumber, and I put in a little bit of garlic, and then I'll put apples after the garlic, so it runs it through, whole apple. So that's done. Pull this out so it doesn't drip. I put a little container down here. So I put in 3/4 of a cup of the kale and spinach mixture, lemon juice, and you can use fresh lemons, but it's just so much easier for me to do this and cheaper. Lemon concentrate. I mix it up. I take the foam off with a spoon, goes in here, and I just don't, it's okay to have foam in your juice, but I just like to do this way better. This pitcher also, because of the way it's made, blocks some of the foam from going into your jars. These are my jars that I use. These are the ones I use for fresh, and you can keep juice in your refrigerator for 3 days, up to 3 days. And to tell you the truth, I've drank them at 4 days, and they taste the same, but they say they lose nutrients. If you're gonna freeze in jars like this with a straight edge. If you freeze in a jar like this with a round edge, then you're only gonna fill it up to the shoulder. If you fill it up any farther, your jar is gonna break. You might get lucky 1 or 2 times, but it will break. So anytime you freeze anything in jars, it has to be a straight edge. So, and these jars here, I do not freeze at all. I've broken a whole pack of them because I thought they'd be okay. Even when I didn't fill them up all the way, they still broke. So I do this, I take a washcloth and I just wipe off the lid or the jar. And that's it. I have probably, I think, 10 of these in the refrigerator right now. And that's, like I said, you can keep it in the fridge for 3 days and drink it. The rest I freeze and keep it in the freezer a couple of weeks or however long. You know how long you can keep things in the freezer. So this juice does not have any pulp in it. And that's it. So if you want any other information, you can always send me a text or message and I can help you get started juicing. Because I tell you what, I'm off all my medicines, no high blood pressure, I've lost 50 pounds. I put a little back on because I haven't been fasting, but you know, it's probably a good thing to probably fast maybe once a month for 3 days or 5 days. And I think that's exactly what I'm gonna start doing so I can maintain my weight better. Because I like to have pizza too. Bye.